Yogasth. Today I am going to talk about the spirituality and the spirituality which is say a newly found religion of the world, the twin flame journey. Of course, it's a beautiful journey, and this can also be a way to connect to the God, to connect to the divinity, to spread the message of love, peace, harmony in the world. But there are some confusion. The followers, the people, those who trade this path of journey, that is the twin flame journey, somewhere they are confused, I think. Recently, one thing came to my notice. Uh, some of the students, they told me, so that if we follow the path of twin flame journey in which we are seeking our closest partner, closest karmic partner, whether inside us or in the external world as well, so it becomes difficult or maybe unwanted when we practice any kind of meditation or yoga practice, especially the Kriya Yoga practice. Because it is said that if you practice Kriya Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, or better say Kriya Yoga, so Kriya Yoga taints you towards sannyasa. You are likely to become sannyasi. You may leave your household affairs, duties, and you may go to jungles, or you may retire to Himalayas or something like such. This is a great misbelief. The people are blindfolded. And together with sannyas, yes, I came to know also that you may become sannyasi or you may become celibate. As if becoming sannyasi or becoming celibate is a crime. First of all, it is not a crime. It is a heightened state of living in a different consciousness, godly consciousness. First of all. Secondly, the people, those who are saying that if you practice Kriya Yoga and at the same time you are treading the path of twin flame journey, so you may become a sannyasi, or you follow the path of celibacy or something. So it is not good on the path of twin flame journey. Why? And what do you understand by sannyas? First, I talk about sannyas, then I come to the concept of celibacy or something. What do you know about sannyas? I'm asking the community of twin flame journey. I'm asking the students of the world. Sannyas is an attitude. Do not go by the physical appearance or the external appearance, or just a growing beard or long hair or shaven head, or wearing some, say, saffron color, say, clothing and all. No, this is not sannyas. Sannyas is, as it is translated in English, is renunciation. The man or the woman is sannyasi who renounces something. What do you understand by renunciation? If we go by this, huh? Renunciation of your, say, house, your city, your village, and going to jungles, or becoming mendicant, or going on roads and with a begging bowl, and that is all that you know about sannyas. Hmm? Sannyas is an awareness, a highly cultivated awareness, in an attitude. Renunciation of what? Renunciation of your lowly desires, renunciation of your limited perspective, renunciations of your worries and hurries, renunciation of your stresses, renunciation of your fears, renunciation of every kind of negativity. That is sannyas. Sannyas is a state of living in total freedom. Sannyas is a state of living in carefreeness. It is not running away from the responsibilities. It is not running away from the household duties. No. The people are blindfolded, misguided by some so called twin flame coaches or any kind of twin flame guru, masters, or maybe other masters, or some such twin flame coaches who proclaim themselves to be avatar of something or something, something. Even this twin flame journey, this religion, this concept, this path of spirituality, which we think that it has come from the Western world. So I just want to remind you one thing that even have you heard about the Jacob's ladder, which is described somewhere in Bible and all? Jesus Christ, the great soul, it is said that he was aware and he used to practice some similar kind of yogic practice which we know as Kriya Yoga. The Jacob's ladder that we talk about, that we know about, is nothing but the same Kundalani concept. Yes, the Jacob's ladder with seven rungs, which we know as seven chakras. So it is said that even Jesus Christ knew some practice of Kriya Yoga, and the Yoganand has referred it in his literature. You go and read, you go and find, and then talk about that Kriya Yoga leads you to Sannyasa. Again, you know the Kriya Yoga name was given by the originator, the real person who started this practice, Shama Charan Lahiri Sahab. Yes, it is said that the Babaji initiated him into a kind of yogic practice and said that just spread it in the world. And Shama Charan Lahiri Mahasaya, popularly known, named it as Kriya Yoga. And you know one thing, Shama Charan Lahiri Sahib was a householder. He was a biological father to three girls. He retired from a government job. Throughout his life, he served in a government job. He lived in house. He lived in the midst of Varanasi, in the city Varanasi. He delivered whatever he could deliver while being a householder, and at the same time he taught, he spread Kriya Yoga among the people. And many of the masters, Kriya Yoga practice, according to one survey, is the most widely practiced practice in the world today. There are thousands of centers, thousands of say academic institution where Kriya Yoga is taught, and is more popular in the Western world as it is popular in India. It is more popular in the Western world. Many Westerners, many Americans, especially because of the Yoganand's teaching and all. So Kriya Yoga does not lead you towards sannyas as such. You don't become sannyasi in that sense as most of the people understand. I told you. It is just renunciation of something which is not wanted in the personality, and you would also not like to have those negativity or limited perception in your life. So that is something about sannyas. Now, sannyasa and the celibacy is closely related. They, as if they go hand in hand. They go by hand in hand. What do you know about celibacy? What is celibacy? The translation of celibacy, the meaning of celibacy is brahmacharya. Brahma means cosmic consciousness, divine consciousness, godly consciousness. And charya means to be in that, to follow that, to live by the divine consciousness. This is the real meaning of brahmacharya. If anyhow you live in a cosmic consciousness, expanded consciousness, in a bliss consciousness, in a godly consciousness, is it bad on the path of spirituality? Whether it is a spirituality of, say, twin flame journey or otherwise. Hmm? Arresting your physical desires, your sexual desires, let me say it, suppressing them is not celibacy. If you understand celibacy in those terms, celibacy is living in lifted energies, heightened energy, bliss energy, being blissful, whether you are with somebody or you are alone. Celibacy has something to do with virility. It is not suppression or deliberate suppression or arresting your sperm or ovum, my dear. Rather, by performing a kind of celibacy, living in those kind of heightened phases of awareness, you happen to transmute and transform the quality of your sperm and ovum. And the children produced by this zygote, by the refined, transformed bliss energy, are brilliant, are men of parts. They are produced by the real bliss. They will stay blissful. They will stay talented. They will stay strengthened. They will stay with high quality of immunity. They will be they will be having high quality of brain and intelligence. This is the result of celibacy. And being celibate does not mean that your sexual or physical desires are diminished or finished forever. No, utterly wrong. Again, you are so misguided, so confused. Celibacy only means that you have control over yourself, over your desires, and you can guide and regulate your desires whenever you wish, the way you wish. A controlled man, a sthit pragya man, a man of high concentration, a man of high bliss, if a man of high character, a man of personality is celibate. Just by maintaining or refraining from sexual activity or abstaining from your wife or your loved one is not celibacy, okay? It is said in yoga, Krishna is said to be the Yogeshwar who gave the commandment of Kriya Yoga also. Yes, of course. He was the greatest Kriya Yogi, a yogi, and you know one thing, Krishna was a celibate. The references are there in Mahabharata. Go and read. A man of, sorry, a god of divine romance and love. who is said to dance with the 16,000 gopis, a being of music, a being of romance, a being of love, the highest epitome of the love is a celibate. And in that sense, he was the greatest sannyasi as well. You know the word virya, physically we can call it say sperm. But here, definitely, I don't want to make this very subject very philosophical or taking you into the profound concept of it. Tejas, ojas. The virya has something to do with virility. You know, virility you must be knowing. Veera Bhogya Vasundhara. Only the man of virility, only the man of virya, they only rule the earth. They only rule the world. They only, this, the exact meaning of this very sentence is, they only enjoy the world, consume the worldly objects in true sense, in real sense. They are not sannyasi, as you understand. All the persons, those who are performing and practicing Kriya Yoga, they don't get married, they don't produce children, they don't go to the offices, right? They don't go to the markets. They all have become sannyasis and living in a temple, in huts or in a jungle or just nearby some river bank and all. Right? Where from you bring these information? Who is guiding you or misguiding you? So, my dear friends, rather the persons who are practicing, performing Kriya Yoga, and at the same time, if they are on the twin flame journey, they are likely to become united first in themselves, and then the union outside will certainly follow. Because this is a fact. If you are united in yourself, the external incompleteness will be filled, that lacuna will be filled automatically. What goes inside, it goes and bring or manifest the things outside. Soon we are going to start twin flame diksha, which will be a milestone, which will be another step in deepening this twin flame journey, spiritual practice. So, my dear friends, don't get confused, don't get misguided, don't be blindfolded by limited perspective or just look at the one side. Live in the heightened awareness, live in the sannyas awareness, live in the yogic awareness, live in the yogasth awareness, live in the real flame awareness. That is what I just want to say. Please pay attention. A yogi, a Kriya yogi, is the real yogi, is the real yodha, is the warrior, is the real householder, is the real enjoyer, is the real man of virility, is the real spiritual being. Yogasth.